Well, hello again there, my friends. Hello, my star seeds. All right, so I just made a video talking about spirituality. It got past the 10-minute mark, which I'm trying to keep myself at because it's a GoPro and long story, having to link videos together, it tends to break them up. But anyhow, the main point here that I wanted to make, I think was made in the past video about this. Spiritual practices should be your own, but people in groups tend to want to associate with others who share some of those beliefs. This is how religions are formed. And this is why it's important that if we do pick a religion or a belief system, that we're open-minded enough to realize that perhaps that crystal really is just a crystal and isn't holding ancient archaic knowledge. And even if it is, it's just quartz, and you can find it anywhere. Humans have always tended to lean towards things that are beautiful for their spiritual practices. Like silver, gold, rubies, emeralds, diamonds. Diamonds aren't even rare, but in society, it's a perfect example. In society, we spend thousands of dollars on diamonds for our loved ones, if not tens of thousands or hundreds or millions, just to get this beautiful diamond because we think they're rare. Back in the last century, the De Beers Corporation cornered the market. Diamonds are forever was the ultimate slogan to convince people that if you don't buy a diamond for someone, then then you don't truly love them. And believe me, I have a point here. The reality is that they own a ton of mines and they have hidden most of the diamonds away from the public to make it seem like there's, so few of them. This is very much akin to the idea of how people treat those who are just desperate for, if diamonds are forever and the only way to show your love, then having the right jewelry or the right crystals or the right type of meditation is supposed to give you the truth. I've heard people argue about, of course, let's say whether psychedelics could trigger the same effects as meditation. I've heard gurus or monks or whoever, argue against this. Buddhist leaders, I guess you would say, argue against this as saying psychedelics aren't the same thing. It's a shortcut, it's cheating. But others would say, oh no, if it gets you there, then so be it. And they've confirmed over the recent years that indeed the same part of the brain lights up when we are either in meditation or in church or having a psychedelic enlightenment or awareness. It doesn't mean what we're thinking is true, what we're believing is true. It just means we have an experience that we can attach to. And that brings us in for more. It's like a drug. When you get that good feeling, if you go to a mega church one time, you might just be so taken back by the excitement, the energy. Everybody gives off energy. I mean, it's hard not to feel it. It's contagious. So anyhow, I think it's really important that we're willing to, even if we get caught up in the bullshit, that we're willing to look at the details of our own beliefs when they are, brought to light to be maybe not true. If it's going to harm us to defend ourselves against others and we separate and wall ourselves off from whole other groups, like a lot of religious groups do, then it means that we're missing something. Hands down. If you can't relate to all of society, or at least a majority of society, that's on you, not on society. That's my belief. So anyhow, that's all I'm going to say about this. I'd like to read you one of the emails I got from this transformation into the new paradigm. Because after I finished that last video, I looked at my emails and it was just right there. Starseed Adventures Vacation Conference, March 11th to 14th. So here we go. You ready to hear what this is all about? It's at Cocoa Beach, Florida. There's 12 speakers in 3 days. In-person tickets are extremely limited. Buy now. Here we go. Join our planet's most beloved starseeds, experiencers, and healers at the Starseed Adventures Vacation Conference in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Masks are not required during the conference here in Florida, in all caps. Relax, play on the beach, and socialize with other starseeds, all while you join some of your favorite speakers like ET experiencer Barry Littleton, Secret Space Program insider Tony Rodriguez, remote viewer Princess Janine, grid worker G Earthstar, multi-dimensional energy healer Matthew Mountain, and many more. Or Mornian. What the hell is a multi-dimensional energy healer? I mean, do you really think that that's a thing? I mean, this is, well, people do, because they will go. All tickets, I haven't read this yet, so you're hearing it for the first time with me. All tickets include The Beam Me Up Ball, semi-formal dinner and party on the last night of the conference, and live stream and video replays of the speakers. Wow, you get to watch it again? This vacation conference features 2.5 days of speakers, Friday and Saturday, social time built in, and sky watchers, and energy activations with our speakers. On Sunday, we will have a full conference, including a beautiful dinner at the Hilton, followed by a dance party featuring the amazing high vibe beats of DJ Dimas of Palm Beach. Tickets are extremely limited due to social distancing restrictions, so don't wait. Beam Me Up Ball, huge tiki bar for nightly socializing with other guests. And it goes on to explain. I could give you the whole rundown of it. Every one of these has links to the website, and often they'll say free, but, and the reason I read that was, that was a pretty mild one. Some of them are like, this guy will activate your true 5D quantum self. This is a real thing that they're saying, activate your 5D quantum spirit. Like, why throw quantum in there? Just because it sounds good? And you might be thinking, why are you bothered by this, dude? It's because it's something that I've been listening to my whole life. I spent years bothered by religion when I was younger. Throwing Bible out of a motel window at a Bumbershoot one year, just doing things that were kind of offensive. But at the same time, I had also read Revelations when I was 16 because somebody recommended it. I was like, oh, I'll read it. And fascinating, interesting stuff. But even the parts of the Bible I have read since then, and I have several copies, and I respect the history of it. Even the Council of Nicaea and how it was changed and twisted and books were left out, like the Book of Enoch and others, because men decided not to put those books in. And why Genesis was first in the Bible, it wasn't originally that way, but they wanted to put it in there because it was a real catchy first start, Not here to diss that. What I am here to say is that it's really easy for us to just fall into thinking that we understand or comprehend what something means, the metaphors behind things. And I think that there's a lot of important, there are some deep truths, okay, that we can't understand. I thought about talking about time loops and the strange experiences we have, predictive dreams. I want to do a video on deja vu here again because I haven't done one in a while, but deja vu seems to be triggered by dopamine. And when I was taking Mucuna pruriens, which has L-Dopa in it, I noticed I was getting a lot more deja vus. And lately, I've been having a lot more deja vus. I'm starting to understand how my brain chemistry reacts to my own moods and my feelings. This is truth to me. It's not saying that I feel bad because, Mercury is in retrograde, okay? That's what I'm getting at here. I think it's when you're putting your emotions and reality in the hands of the universe, it's a cop-out for a lot of people. Now, look, I have a book of astrology. I've done all my charts. I am a Sagittarius, and I'm a freaking dead ringer for a Sagittarius. There's no way around it. I fit all of those. But I remember reading when I was younger about a Sagittarius. I was like, I'm kind of like that. Did that influence me to be a certain way? Probably not. People tend to be who they are. And it wasn't something I was really into. So yes, it's uncanny, some of the connections I have with those astrological claims. However, let's just say that it's all true. How do I use that and utilize that for my personal life? Well, obviously not reading a horoscope every Sunday. Reading your horoscope is just written by some dude in his room with absolutely no insight or foresight as to you as an individual. You can't give 1/12 of the population a story for how their day is going to go. And the thing is, when people get caught up on what they think they should or shouldn't do, it leads to situations where a person says, well, I won't date this person because, they're a Libra, right? I've heard people say these things. We're not compatible. We're different signs. Like, are you really going to buy into that shit? That's the same to me as saying I'm not going to marry, this religion because I am a Christian. A lot of people won't. There's a lot of heartache and problems when people have extreme different beliefs. But when it comes down to when a person was born, you're going to let that decide for you and dictate who you spend time with and date. It's ludicrous to me. So I guess my only point here is watch out for these things. Anybody who's promising that you're a star seed is probably completely full of it. And look, I want to believe these things too. It's just cringy to me. It's like this ego that it takes to say, I'm a star seed. We're all star seeds, baby. We're all born from space. We're all the matter of exploded stars, and it's amazing what we can know. We don't have to make things up, but we do need a storyline. Let's just hope we can find one where it's conducive to all of our benefit, right? Because I'll tell you, it's usually the people who claim to be the most spiritual tend to have a little extra money to burn, and buying a lot of healing bowls and crystals and stuff. Hey, it can only go so far. I talked to somebody who spent $100 grand trying to find their enlightenment. I think they might have got it. So thanks for listening, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Be sure to check out my other video, the part 1 to this. And if you want to support my channel, check out Patreon. I uploaded some extra content there, and my Discord channel, and my podcast, 15 Minute Free Thinking. So be well. Peace out.